I feel like everything has low-key gone to shit. Oh, I don't know how this is gonna play out at all. Oh, no, 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 no. I'm gonna cry, I'm gonna cry, I'm gonna cry. Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back. So for today's video I thought we would do a bit of a reading challenge because I haven't done one of these in a while, and I thought I would challenge myself to try and read 200 pages a day for a week. I'm actually filming this on Tuesday, but we're going to start the video on Wednesday, and the first book we're going to be reading is Main Characters by Bobby Palmer. I've heard so many good things about this. I'm actually currently 16 pages in, so I've literally only read a few chapters, but I'm really intrigued by this one, and it is also on my August TBR, so I feel like this is the perfect one to start with. If you're unsure of what this one's about, it says, when Clara and Seb meet in a quiet corner of London, it's the start of something. She wants to be a director, he's an actor, unsure what he wants from life. Their connection is magnetic, everyone can see that falling in love looks something like this. But when Clara casts Seb in a film that will make her name, what should be the happiest time of their lives ends with a gut-wrenching betrayal. Some love stories are bigger than just two people. This one is told through the eyes of friends, flatmates, exes and strangers who see all sides of Seb and Clara. From their first date to the moment they fell apart. Everyone has their version of events, but only Clara and Seb can decide how their story ends. This is a love story told by everyone but the main characters. So I'm really intrigued by this because this is such a unique and interesting concept. And straight off the bat, it's really fun to see other people's interpretations of them and how they interact and stuff. We've got them bumping into each other twice now, and I'm really intrigued to see where this goes and what happens. So yeah, tomorrow we would be attempting to read 200 pages a day, and I will let you know how we get on, and Main Characters will be our first read. So it is now it is not Monday. What am I doing? It's now Wednesday, so the first day of the 200 pages a day challenge, and of course we're reading Main Characters. I thought I'd quickly check in because I'm now 107 pages in, but I started on page 16. I'm really bad at maths, I'm actually just going to quickly... 91. I've read 91 pages, so I have 109. That's right, isn't it? Oh my god, this is how much I don't trust my maths. Wait, 109 plus 91. That is correct. So I have 109 pages left to read for today to hit the challenge, and I thought I'd quickly check in because I'm probably going to have dinner, power through this tonight for the next 109 pages, and then I'll let you know tomorrow if we do it and XYZ. But Main Characters, this is so intriguing because obviously, as I said, it's unlike anything I've ever read, and obviously because you're following our main characters through other people's eyes, it's really intriguing. I will say the first few chapters it really threw me off because every single chapter I was forgetting that it's not their point of view, and then I would be like, oh my god, wait, so Clara's a PA but actually she's a barista, and then I was like, wait, no, we're not in Clara's point of view, we're in a random barista's point of view. I will say I'm enjoying all the different point of views, like seeing different people in their lives and their situation. I'm loving that side of it. It was confusing. It was confusing at the start, but now that I'm like 100 pages in, I'm kind of, it's clocking to me like, you're not in their point of view anymore, sweetie. You never were in their point of view, actually. So it is clicking in my brain as a quick reminder to be like, check whose point of view it is and don't expect theirs. But there are times where, like, when it's close friends of theirs who are referenced in multiple chapters, where I'm like, I kind of slightly think, oh my god, I'm in Clara's point of view or I'm in Seb's point of view, and then I have to be reminded. But I will say, I feel like that is, it's kind of a negative, but it's also a positive because it makes me feel very connected to the characters even though I'm not in their point of view. Like, even though I'm reading a random person, there was one person's point of view, guys. It was someone that was on a flight with them, and then they saw them like all around the hotel, because it was saying how like sometimes you're on a flight with someone and then weirdly you'll end up both at the same hotel, so you'll see them like around the same area or like in the hotel and stuff. And I really liked that person's point of view because we saw Clara and Seb through like this whole holiday, even though we're never in their point of view. So I'm really enjoying it. I love Clara and Seb. Like, I'm 100 pages in, I've not been in their brain once. Am I wishing we got random chapters in their point of view? A little bit. Like, I'm so invested in them that it would be lovely, but I'm also loving the way we're learning about them, because there are big time jumps throughout these 100 pages. I think we've gone through like a year or two, maybe 2 years, and it's interesting seeing like their first interaction and like figuring out where they are in life at that point, and then when they kind of like get to see each other again, and then that current point in life. It's so intriguing, and it's just such an interesting concept, and it's so well done. Like, I'm just really enjoying this, and I'm reading this after my ACOTAR reread, and I feel like this is the breath of fresh air. Sorry, part 1 of my ACOTAR reread. I just finished A Court of Mist and Fury, and I'm pausing it to do this video, and then we're going to go back into ACOTAR. But like, I was really nervous because I've been loving the reread, that I was like, ooh, is that going to make whatever I read after feel really boring and like not hit? But this was like a breath of fresh air. I'm loving being the point of view. I actually have tabbed a few things. I'm not actually going to read out what I've tabbed, just because I feel like it's been really fun to just go in quite blind and just like, because obviously I know it's told in other people's point of views, but I have absolutely no clue on like what happens within the plot or like their lives. It's not like when you read the back of a romance book and it's like, oh, this is best friend's brother trope, or like, oh, this is enemies to lovers, or oh, this is, you know, whatever. It's not like a trope thing, whereas I go into it thinking like, oh, okay, I kind of know how this is going to play out. I don't know how this is going to play out at all. And something like kind of big just happened, and it's left a bad taste in my mouth. I'm like, guys, what's going on? What is going on? So yeah, if that doesn't say that I'm enjoying this book, I'm enjoying this book. Guys, I've just been reading. I'm really trying not to cry right now because I'm 199 pages into this book, and I don't know how I didn't see this coming. I'm not going to say too much, but there is a pet mentioned throughout this book, and oh my god, there's a scene where it's literally like 4 pages long, but because of everything you've learnt, so like I'm 199 pages in and we've spanned like 10 years, like we've spanned so much time, and even though you're not in their point of view, you learn a lot about each character, and this is just not a good time in the book, let me tell you that much. At the start I was kicking my feet, giggling, having a really good time, and now I feel like everything has low-key gone to shit, especially the chapter I just read, and there's one part about it that absolutely gutted me. I'm not going to say what it was, but yeah, I still need to read 16 more pages, so I've literally got this, and then I've read my pages for the day. I think I'm definitely going to stop. Oh my god, 216 pages is literally the very start of part 2. Now I'm terrified because, as I said, things are not going brilliant, and now that I know that there's a part 2, I'm like, what is about to happen in these next 16 pages? No. I'm gonna cry. I'm so angry at like everyone right now. Oh my god. I'm literally gonna cry. Why is this happening? It's so bizarre because I've obviously read so much today. Like, I'm over halfway through the book, and it really doesn't feel like I've been reading for as long as I have, and I'm actually going to cry because I'm so upset. What am I going to go through the second half of this book? Because right now I'm scared. I just need everything to be okay. Genuinely, I just need everything to be okay. I'm upset for everyone. Minus one character, actually, they can just get fucked. But like everyone else I'm really upset for. Okay, anyway. So we did complete 200 pages for our first day at the expense of my sanity, because wow. I'm gonna definitely try and do the 200 tomorrow because I need to know what the hell is gonna happen. Like, what does Bobby Palmer have in store for me? So I'm currently on my lunch break. Well, I literally have like 3 more minutes, so I won't be reading anymore. But I've made it to page 294. So I've read a fair bit on my lunch break, to be honest, and I feel so emotional. I just want to cry. Like, I literally just want to cry all the time. So much has happened since part 2. Like, I've been wanting to cry, I've wanted to scream, I wanted to shout at the characters, I've wanted to slap both the characters. Like, I feel like I'm just... It's not really miscommunication, but it is miscommunication, but it's a hard one, and I don't want to say too much because I feel like it's been fun to go into this really blind. But I'm really loving this. Like, I keep thinking about this as a film. I'm like, this is such an interesting concept, but I don't understand. I don't think there's a way for someone to portray this in a film, because like, how would you do it from everyone else's eyes? I feel like it's such an interesting concept though. So maybe if they could make this into a film, that would be really, really cool. But yeah, I'm terrified. Obviously I have literally just over 100 pages left. I have no idea where we're going. I don't know what turmoil turmoil, is the right word? What hell I'm probably going to be dragged through for the rest of this book, because I feel like I was really having a good time up until like here, and then like this whole part has just been trauma and just makes me want to cry my eyes out. So that's been fun, but I'm really enjoying it. I've no idea where I'd land on rating right now, honestly. I feel like part of me is like, this is a 5, you're flying through it, you're loving it. Then part of me is like, is it a 5 or is it a 4.5? Don't know. I guess we'll have to wait and see. So I don't actually think I've updated since Thursday when I finished Main Characters. I actually don't think I updated that I finished it. I think I just filmed me reading it. So it's now currently Saturday. Since then I have finished Main Characters. Oh my god, guys, I can't stop thinking about this book. This was 5 stars. Easily. I kind of knew from like halfway, because I think for me the fact that I was so emotionally involved and I was crying, wanted to scream, every single chapter was either making me want to cry or shout or throw the book across the room, but all I wanted to do was find out what the hell happens, and it just felt so real and raw. And the fact that I felt all of that when I didn't get any of their point of view throughout the whole book, I feel like that in itself is like incredible. So Bobby Palmer absolutely smashed this. Highly recommend if you've been thinking about reading this one. Like, I've actually thought about reading it again. I've been sat here like, I kind of want to reread it. Like, I literally finished it 2 days ago and I actually do really miss it. Like, I really want to reread it. I think this is one I'll probably reread next year, if not the end of this year, because I feel like it'll be an interesting one to reread after everything you know. But I will say very emotional, cried multiple times. I just love Clara and Seb. Like, I absolutely adore them, and I really hope somehow they make this into a film, because I do think it'd be one of the most unique and fun romance, and heartbreaking actually, romance films ever. All of that being said, obviously it's now Saturday. The last time I checked in it was Thursday, so I didn't check in at all yesterday. Work was really busy. Sorry, I've got a fan on and it keeps pushing my hair into my face and it's really annoying me, but I'm quite warm. It's quite warm in the UK right now, so I don't want, do you know what, no, I'm turning it off because it's really, really bugging me. I'm just gonna have to deal with the heat for a second. Oh my god, that's already better. Anyway, obviously I didn't update at all on Friday, so you guys don't don't know if you guys know what book I decided to pick up next. I will say, did I read, so sorry, Wednesday, Thursday completed the 200 pages a day, perfect. Friday came along, I didn't want to read at all. I don't know if it's because I'd read so much over Wednesday and Thursday that like by the time Friday hit I was just like over it. I actually don't know, I don't know whether it's the book that I started, but the book I did decide to pick up was Nightshade by Autumn Woods, and I feel like this is an unpopular opinion, and this is why I think it might be the timing of picking up this book, but like I read the first 10% and I was low-key very cringed out. I was like, ooh, like it's feeling very YA millennial cringe, like the way the men were acting, the way Ophelia, our female main character, was a bit like, he's such a jerk, or so, I don't know, it just made me cringe. But that being said, I was like, I either power through or I softy left this because everyone loves this book. So I don't want to just give up because I feel like everyone loves it for a reason. So yesterday I did not hit the 200 pages. I think I read 39 pages yesterday. I couldn't force myself to read it. I just wasn't in the vibe. It wasn't happening. However, it's Saturday, brand new day. I mean, I've literally read like 20 pages today and it's 3:30. So I definitely need to pick up that pace. I think I'm going to do like a how many pages can I read in an hour video just to like kind of force me into binging a bit of this book. But I will say since I think it was like chapter 5, I am enjoying it a bit more and I feel like it's not as cringe. I don't know why. Just those first few initial chapters I was a bit like, oh, like I don't know if it's just not my vibe right now or not my vibe completely, or maybe I just need to pause it, I don't know. So yeah, obviously failed Friday. I don't want to say that we're gonna move like count those pages throughout, like try and add them in. If I read over some of the days I'll count that towards it, but like I'm not gonna make a conscious effort to try and read 180 extra pages on one of the days, because 200 pages a day is quite a lot as it is. If I fail one day, I fail one day. What I'm going to do is try and complete it every other day. So Nightshade is what we're reading, which I just realised I don't think I've explained the premise of this book, and I actually don't know the premise of this book. Okay, part of me was like, do I read the synopsis or like figure it out as I go along? But it kind of looks like this is stuff I have read within the first like 50 pages. So you've probably read it. Like I feel like everyone's read this book, and everyone's raving about book 2. So that's why I'm like, I need to read this. So I've also pre-ordered the Fairy edition of these books because I did expect I did expect that I would love them. Obviously if I don't, I'll be reselling them. Not at a ridiculous cost though. Anyway, my camera's about to die, so really quickly. Mystery, Murder, Revenge. Welcome to Sorrow Song University, Jesus. He had burned down the world for her, but she plans to burn his to the ground. Isolated in the Scottish Highlands, Sorrow Song University only welcomes students from the most powerful families. Ophelia Winters doesn't belong, but a rare scholarship grants her the perfect opportunity to investigate her parents' accidental death near the castle grounds. Things get off to a rocky start when she runs afoul of the mysterious Alex Corbeau Green, son of her prime suspect. As far as she's concerned, he is just a younger version of his billionaire father, a monster hiding beneath a beautiful facade. When an unknown tormentor begins to stalk Ophelia, she realises she may not be able to survive Sorrow, oh my god, why do I keep getting this so confused? Sorrow Song on her own. Alex becomes her unexpected ally and alibi for murder. Okay, that's what I'm going to read because I don't really want to know too much, but it has good potential and I feel like it sounds good. So, Cameron's about to die. Nightshade is the book we're going to read next. I'm going to try and hit the 200 pages today. Wish me luck. So it is now Sunday, and I don't think I told you guys how many pages I ended up reading on Saturday. I think I checked in yesterday, but I didn't confirm at the end of the day. So obviously we're trying to read 200 pages a day. We have done that twice, because yesterday I read 80 pages. Do you know what? On the weekends, weirdly I find it harder to read, which I feel like I guess it kind of makes sense because I feel like I'm doing more things and I want to make the most out of my time, whereas like in the week, on my lunch break, in the evenings, I don't have too much going on, so I end up reading more. So yeah, obviously I haven't really hit the pages the last 2 days, but we are going to try and change that. I've currently, how many pages have I read so far today? Hold on. Okay, so far I've actually read 50 pages. I thought I'd read more than that. But I'm 53% in now, and it actually says I have just over 2 hours left of Nightshade. I don't want to say that I'm going to finish this tonight because it is currently 4:30 and I don't want to put myself in the situation where I'm like forcing myself to finish it in one night. But I think we'll be able to finish this by tomorrow, which is a positive in my eyes. No idea what book I'm feeling next. I feel like I really need to have a little think about what book will be next on the radar. But obviously I'm 50%. Oh my god, so I've got bad hiccups. Obviously I'm 50%, well just over 50% through Nightshade now, so I thought I'd quickly update. I feel like I am enjoying it. Let me tell you, this book is very fast paced, but it's a really weird one because I feel like I've flown through to 50% but not much has happened. Like, I think that's why I'm kind of at disbelief that I'm at 50%, because at the start of the book you've got Ophelia going to the university, interacting with obviously our broody male main character Alex. So obviously at the very start you get Ophelia arriving to the university. You find out that she's trying to figure out what happened to her parents because they both were killed in like an accident, which she doesn't believe, and that's the whole reason that she's there. This is on the back of the book, so it's not a spoiler. Then there's a murder and it's kind of like figuring out what happened, but the murder kind of took place at like, I want to say 25 to 30% of the book. We're now at 50% in. Are we any closer to figure out who the murderer is? No. Has much happened? Not really, no. Is it very fast paced though, and am I flying through it? Yes. I feel like it's very bingeable, but I do wish there was a bit more plot, and I feel like because everyone loves this book, I'm like, okay, with 50% now, things must start to pick up, things must start to gain some traction in a way, because as much as like small things have been happening, plot wise we're still very much like still figuring out what happened to her parents, still have no idea what happened to the person that was murdered. Don't want to say who it is just in case you don't want to know. Still trying to figure that out, and that's kind of like where we're at, but we've been at that point for like 20%. I will say we've got a lot more tension building between her and Alex, the male main character, so I feel like that's been fun. In the book it says that they like help each other. No, not in the book. On the back of the book it says that I think they kind of like are meant to start helping each other, but they're currently not there yet. So I'm wondering if that's what we're gonna see next. I don't know, but I just need something to happen, because as bingeable as it is and as easy as it is to read, because I honestly feel like you can just fly through it, I feel like we need to pick up the pace a little bit. So currently Sunday, we've read 50 pages. Ideally I need to read another 150 because it's annoying me that like I've done 2 days well and then 2 days flopped. So I feel like we need to pick it back up, reset the tone, and hit the pages for the next few days. So I'm gonna go continue reading, and yeah, I'll probably catch up with you guys tomorrow or this evening to let you know about the progress, and we'll see what book we're reading next. So it is now Monday and I thought we'd check in with my pages. So obviously updated yesterday, Sunday, and I was really trying to hit the 200 pages, but for some reason I really just wasn't in the mood to read. Like, I had moments where I was really in the flow and I was like, yeah, fine, like fast paced flying through this, and then I was just like other points in the day I was like, I really just can't even bring myself to open my book. Like, I just did not have the drive to read at all. So are you on a wonk? No. Sorry, it looks like my camera's wonky, but anyway. So yesterday we didn't hit the pages. We hit 125, which is closer than the other few days. So yeah, so far out of how many days we've been doing this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Out of the 5 days, we've only hit it twice. So long story short, I really need to hit it the next 3 days. But we are off to a strong start because I'm actually now currently 90% into Nightshade. I literally have half an hour left of this book. I feel like my opinion is still the same. I will say Alex and Ophelia's relationship has like developed, and it's a really difficult one because I really see it, but then I also feel like there was tension, but then we kind of moved really quick into like the lovers situation, but I still love them. I love them together, but there are points where like it's a little bit cringe, and like sometimes I'm not quite sold, but I feel like maybe book 2 would really like make me enjoy it more. And I will say this is very quick to read. Like, I'm pretty sure when I started, how many pages is this book actually? Oh, it's actually 330 pages, like it is a short book, that makes sense. I don't know why, I thought this was like 450, and I was like, wow, I'm flying through. I don't know how many pages are in the next one, but anyway, I started today on 244 and I'm on 297, so I don't know what that is, I can't be able to do the maths, but like pretty much nearly 100 pages, I'm gonna say. Wait, that's not right. You know, 44 pages. No, we haven't. We've read 53 pages, sorry, got my maths. We've read 53 pages, so we have 150 to go. Obviously, I will have finished this and then I need to start a new book. Guys, I could not tell you for the life of me what book I want to go into next. Part of me is thinking, do I just go straight into Daybreak? Because, like, if I'm not sure, but this ends on a cliffhanger, maybe I just want to go straight back into that. Part of me is like, maybe get another book off your physical TBR, because obviously these two I don't have physical copies of, so I'm like not really doing much for my physical TBR right now. But yeah, I honestly could not tell you what vibe and mood I'm in, so I'm really just going to see when I finish the Nightshade how we feel. We may be going straight into Daybreak, I don't know, but obviously I'm only doing this video for a week, so we are going to be finishing on Wednesday, so you may not see me read the whole of the next book. All of that being said, we're going to finish Nightshade, I am enjoying it, and then I will let you guys know what we're going to read next, and I'm determined we will be hitting 200 pages today at least. Okay, so something has happened and the person that how do I word this? The person that it involves, I was wary of the whole time. So, putting it out there, if what happens, if I think what's gonna happen happens, genius. So it is now Tuesday. I don't think I've checked in since on my lunch break yesterday. I'm wearing the same exact top as yesterday. I work from home. Let's not even. But I don't think I updated since yesterday. So I actually did hit 200 pages yesterday. Big woo 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 for me. Woohoo, woohoo, party, party, party. Which is a good thing because obviously I haven't hit it in the last few days. So I finished Nightshade yesterday and I decided to rate it a 3.5. I just unfortunately didn't love it as much as everyone else. I don't know what it was exactly. It feels very YA to me. It felt a little bit too cringy in certain places. Did I enjoy the premise of the book and like the plot and the storyline? Yes. Do I feel like the execution could have been better? Yes. But saying that, I have gone into Daybreak as the next book because I just really didn't know what book I wanted to get into. Like, because I'm trying to think of like what videos I plan to read when I finish this tomorrow. I'm like trying to think strategically, and strategically this is the best one to go for. So I started Daybreak yesterday evening. I think I read like 100 pages yesterday to hit like the 200, and I'm currently literally 200 pages in, so I think I need to read like 100 more pages today, and I'm 53% in to this book. So when I tell you I've been flying through it, I've been flying through it. We're going to try read the next 100 pages of Daybreak, and yeah, I'll keep you guys updated. Okay, so I just found out someone that we've been curious about from the start, I guess, and I kind of did think it could be this person, but then I thought it was too far-fetched. And if it is this person, I'm like, we're 58% in, and if we've confirmed this is the person, I'm really speaking in code right now, but if that's confirmed, what else is going to happen in the last 40%? So I thought I'd quickly check in because it is now Tuesday evening and I've actually finished Daybreak. I actually finished it this evening somehow. I literally was 50% when I last checked in, but because I was flying through it so quick, it literally took me like less than 3 hours. I think it was like 2 and a bit hours to finish the second half of the book. I decided to rate it a 3.5, same as Nightshade, purely, oh my god, there's a spider on my wall. Oh my god, I can't carry on with that there. Be right back. Okay, the spider's been relocated outside. We're all good. Yeah, I decided to rate it a 3.5, the same as Nightshade, because I kind of had similar feelings. Like, I feel like we kind of dragged certain plot lines, but then I kind of wish we had like more in certain points. That makes sense. So, like, the stuff that happened towards the end of the book, it felt very fast paced. Like, we'd been waiting for certain payoffs and things to happen for a long time, and then it kind of like happened, but then got resolved and closed off really quick. And I was like, why have we built for so long to then just get it over and done with really quickly? And again, also some parts I did find a little bit cringe, but overall I did enjoy it. It just wasn't like, it's not going to be a series that I'd probably rank really highly or like will be at the top of my memory, but I still had a good time. All of that being said, I actually have read, okay, I don't know where my phone has gone, but I remember 266 pages today. So overall I think we did pretty okay. I think we got like 4 days out of the 7 that is that right? We hit it Wednesday, Thursday. We didn't hit it Friday, Saturday or Sunday, but we hit it Monday, Tuesday. Yeah, 4 days out of the 7. So I feel like that's pretty okay. That's more than half, right? Yeah. Don't know why I had to quickly check that. But anyway, I basically feel like I did as best as I could, and obviously I went over today, so I kind of like put those into the other day. I basically did like 5 out of the 7. So I think I said, I was like, oh yeah, we'll be finishing this on Wednesday, but today is actually the 7th day, and because I finished daybreak, I'm like, is there any point in doing tomorrow, because I'd just be starting a book and then never finishing it with you guys. So I'm going to pause the video, end the video here, because technically this is the 7th day, we've hit the number of pages. Actually, it'll be interesting to see how many pages I actually read in total this week doing this video. So let me quickly, bear with. Okay, so 1,108 pages since last Wednesday. So I'd say we did very well. But yeah, that is the end of today's video. Obviously, we read Main Characters, which is one of my favourite books ever, so that was so great. Read and completed the Nightshade duology, so I feel like that's great because I started and finished it, which I'm in the middle of so many series, so I feel like that's just been very proactive. And yeah, had a really good time. So I hope you enjoyed today's video. Please subscribe, and hopefully I will see you again in the next one.